I was in the ghettos of Calcutta, and I met with Mother Teresa. During that time with her, I especially remember particular words she spoke that deeply affected my life. She said, the greatest problem in this world is hunger. Not hunger of the stomach, hunger of the heart. Food could fill the stomach, but only love could touch the heart. And she explained how she traveled around the world, so many places. New York, Boston, Los Angeles, London, Sydney, Paris, Bombay. And she told me that what she found was the rich, the poor, people of all classes, of all religions, of all races. Their hearts were starving. And she said to me something very interesting. Sometimes when the poorest people in the ghettos of Calcutta die in her arms, she sees a light in their eyes. She said, even some of the most wealthy, powerful people in the Western world, I do not see that light in their eyes. Light of hope. She said the greatest need within the world is to feed the hunger of the heart. But we have to have it to give it. Only God's love can do that. The most fundamental need of every living being is to love and be loved. Things can give satisfaction to the body, the senses, and the mind, but only love can give fulfillment to the heart. And that's the place where real happiness, real fulfillment can be experienced. And according to the great spiritual traditions throughout history that have appeared in various places throughout the world, the origin of that love is the love of the divine, the love of God. Yoga means to reconnect, to harmonize the body, the mind, with the true self. This is the most fundamental teaching of the Bhagavad Gita. Who am I? The Gita explains, Dehinosmin yatha dehe komaram yovaram jaram, tatha dehantara praptir dhirastatra namuyate. That the body is always changing, from childhood to youth to old age. And as far as the mind, I think we all know how much the mind can change. I read a statistic by a psychologist who said that the average human being has 60,000 separate thoughts every day. Who is the witness of the changing mind and the changing body? When we see a photograph of ourselves as a little baby, we say, this was me. The body's very different and the mind is very different. What were we thinking about then? We were crying for the milk of our mother. When was the last time you cried for the milk of your mother? The mind is very different. The body is very different, but who is that constant witness? The Gita explains it as the Atma, the living force the spiritual essence that gives us life, that sees through the eyes, tastes through the tongue, hears through the ears, thinks through the brain, and loves through the heart. And from the Gita's perspective, there's an explanation of the nature of that Atma. Najayate mriyate vakadachin. Thank you so much. It is never born, and it can never die. It is eternal. Satchit Ananda, eternal, full of knowledge, and by its own inherent nature, full of ecstatic joy. Mamaivam so jivaloge jiva bhukata bhuta sanatana. That the Atma, this living force within us, is a part of God, a part of the divine. Like a sun ray is a part of the sun. And that divinity is our greatest potential. It's our greatest joy, because its inherent nature is unselfish, unmotivated love. The Srimad Bhagavat declares, Savai pung shankaro dharmo yato bhakti ravokshate ahoitaki apratihata yayatma suprasidit. That the supreme dharma, sometimes dharma is translated as religion, sometimes as occupation. The supreme dharma for all humanity is to awaken this love from within our heart and serve all living beings with that love. And that love must be without selfishness, without ego, and without interruption, to actually satisfy us. I remember long ago, I read a particular verse from the Bhagavad Gita that struck me so much to the very core of everything I was looking for and longing for and praying for. When I heard this verse, I thought, that's it. Vidyavanaya sampane brahmani gavihastini suni chaiva sofaki cha pandita samadarshana. What are the qualities, according to the Bhagavad Gita's perspective, of really a learned person who is situated in knowledge? Not just how much data we can somehow or other store within our brain, but real knowledge is about our character, about our integrity. The Gita tells that a truly learned person sees every living being with equal vision. Whether one is male or female, or whether one is Hindu or Muslim or Christian or Jewish or Buddhist or Jain or Sikh or Zoroastrian or agnostic or atheist, whether one's rich or poor, from the east or from the west, whether one is a human or an elephant or a cow or a dog or a cat, wherever there is the presence of life, there is something divine, something sacred. To see that sacredness within ourselves, we are able to recognize it in all others.